So welcome. Today is July 2nd, 2026. One trade was taken. It was a clean win, full take profit, and then I just hopped off by like 9:45, was just done for the day. Um, so coming into pre-market, pull up my pre-market here. I was bullish. Okay, why is that? Right, we're delivering from we have London manipulation at the lows here, on all assets, and we're delivering to buy side. We have this previous day high on ES, this LR, these failure swings, and then we have previous day high on YM as well. And then note the news driver. We have 8:30 high impact news, and what does it do? It doesn't really manipulate, right? It engineers a high time frame failure swing, just expands aligned with this manipulation and doesn't manipulate anything significant either. So it's just adding to the liquidity pool higher, continuing the distribution and opening high time frame imbalances to play continuation off of. So after that, I was looking for continuation from this high time frame 30-minute gap, and that is what had happened. Okay, so and then also, why did I trade why did I want to trade ES here? I was just kind of stuck bias. I'm like, although I'm bullish initially on all these assets, ES is the closest to previous day high in this scenario. So I would prefer to trade the strongest asset because I would expect ES to distribute um, to previous day high before NQ reaches its strong liquidity because it's expanding bullish more than any other asset. Okay, that's why I chose ES. Um, what's up? I don't know. I don't want to pronounce your name wrong, Kishimo, but what's up, dude? Um, yeah. So I was just choosing to trade a ES because of like the strength compared to the other assets. YM was another choice, but I just choose not to trade YM because they can kind of whack. So then coming down to market open, or what happens, we have this is like a 15-minute internal low right here. This is the 30-minute gap, but immediately at 9:30 we manipulate lower, sweeping this internal low on NQ, right? YM fails to, and ES sweeps these like equal lows right here as well, forming a microcycle sequential SMT with YM, or just a like low time frame SMT with YM, and then we immediately have this expansion higher with a CISD and IFEG, entry confirmation, and then this is the exact reversal framework that I trade here, and that I just went over in my previous video. Is that it's pretty pull it up here, very textbook here, right? So we're sweeping a key level, forming SSMT at the lows or cracking correlation, and then we have the clean CISD, lower time frame power 3, LR, high time frame failure swing, the high time frame draw on liquidity. It's exactly what happens, right? 9:30 opens right here, immediately manipulates lower, into the key level, crack correlation, high time frame key level. We have failure swings, high time frame failure swing, and then a high time frame draw on liquidity higher. So and it's just aligned with the daily profile, aligned with the bias. So A plus, reversal framework here. And then following this, if I did not take that trade, I would be looking, you know, for higher prices, right? Until what happens. So what I was, cautious about, what I noted in my pre-market was that I would look for continuation longs, but more cautious once the assets reach their objective due to NQ, I'll pull it up, showing weakness within the range, right? Cautious once all assets reach their objective due to NQ showing weakness in the range. So then what happens? Okay, ES reaches previous day high, and from there, there's this swing, but this was the main objective for me for the day, and then this is the main objective for YM. So because NQ has been so weak in the range recently, um, you know, if we reach key levels on the other assets, possibly manipulating higher, we could see lower prices. So that looks like that is what happened. I wasn't really on the charts here, but price came up, swept this high, and then we did have a resweep with SMT on YM, which was the cracking correlation and the manipulation allowing price to, distribute lower on the other assets as well. Um, and I think there was a 90-minute sequential SMT here, and then, if you there's a I'm not sure if there's a 5-minute cracking correlation or anything, but yeah, the 5-minute PSP and a swing divergence as well. So then that could validate this 1-minute CISD entry right here. If you were, stuck bearish, I definitely wasn't like I would never take this reversal, to be honest. I think it's pretty high risk just due to the proximity to this high of day here, and because of these targets higher, all these swings higher. But it would be valid if you're convicted bearish. And then for any continuation setups, um, doesn't look like, ideal continuation structure for me, but seemed to keep playing out. But yeah, that was my trade. That was what I had taken.